Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, this is Megneous and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. I had to restart recording, so I'm afraid you guys aren't going to be able to see me put our fossils into the analyzers, which I already did when we messed up the last recording, but you can see what... Yes, Velociraptor! Alright, so we got Velociraptor. What is this? I don't need that at all. Gunpowder, please. Alright, and absolutely nothing in this one, of course. Alright, so we got Velociraptor DNA, which is nice because we haven't gotten a Velociraptor in this map yet. Oh, by the way, our chicken as well as our mosasaur succeeded in forming without breaking anything. That was amazing. And we're gonna talk about that in just a moment. But first I need to make a sign because we are going to be naming our Triceratops. You guys have offered lots of names. So as we, I need to get rid of these helmets and these ancient swords. I don't need them at all. Don't need these skulls either. I have way too much bone meal. Gonna save those potatoes though. Need to make a potato farm, not because I particularly need potatoes, but just because. I mean, potatoes are easier to use for food, I guess, than the bread, because the bread requires me to actually craft something. Where is our little dinosaur? Please, there you are. Yeah, I'm really glad you didn't die, Triceratops. Yeah, I bet you're having a blast eating these ferns though. And these are probably one of your favorite foods, aren't they? I read that the AI for the Triceratops and other herbivores are supposed to go to feeders before they go to ferns, but I don't see why anyone would use a feeder if you have ferns. It's not like these things can eat all of the ferns till they disappear. Oh, we already had a sign. Alright then, well, see if I care. I'm just gonna use this one then. Alright, so you guys offered plenty of names for this Triceratops, but I am going to choose Triton. So Triton, I chose it for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's one of the moons of Neptune, which is totally awesome. I love Neptune. Neptune is probably one of the lesser known gas giants in terms of, like, cool stuff about it, because generally, you know, Jupiter has the giant red spot, Saturn has its rings, but when it comes to Uranus and Neptune, people really don't know much. In fact, I would say most people probably know more about Sailor Moon Scouts named Uranus and Neptune than they do about the actual planets. But this is not the series to educate you on Neptune, although perhaps later. Also, Hydrogen-3 is called a Triton. I didn't know this until I looked up Triton. Hydrogen-3, which is a single proton and then 2 neutrons. I believe that is Hydrogen-3, and I didn't know those were called Tritons, so that's cool. Also, it's the son of Poseidon. That was the name of one of our older dinosaurs. Califilms 445? Yeah, Califilms 445. Brian? I think your name is? Brian, not gonna say your last name. And... not really sure how to say this name either. Eshta? Sorry, I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Not gonna show your last names though, because, yeah, YouTube, grr. So... right, Triton. So, also Triton, despite the fact that Triton is a son of Poseidon, and we had another dinosaur named Poseidon, or Mosasaur in the first map. Also, Triton has tri in the beginning, which sounds sort of like trident, which is not etymologically related, by the way. I checked just in case. But, it sounds like Triton, and Triceratops has 3 horns. Although, that horn's really freaking tiny. Oh well. But yeah, so... Triceratops named Triton, wonderful times, great. Perry is still alive, by the way. He hasn't decided to jump off or starve or do anything crazy yet, so I'm pretty okay with that. For our topic for today, in terms of research, there is indeed something to talk about. It's not about dinosaurs, it's more about humans and other... Are you getting out? Either Fruit Loops or someone else? We're not gonna name the dodo this episode. Maybe next episode. Please continue giving names, and I will choose something next episode probably for the new dodo. But we're gonna talk about bones of humans and other mammals as we start to talk about some of our projects. So first of all, we have Velociraptor DNA. I think we should use that first. And now that that's in process, there are a couple of things that we could do for a project. We could either finish this thing, which I'm probably going to do off camera because it's annoying, or we could start building a new house. Now, many of you suggested that I build a new house, and I do want to build a new house, but I want it to be special. Oh man, sorry about that. I want it to be special, I want it to be cool, and I was thinking that I want the entrance to perhaps look like a dinosaur's skull? I've seen lots of people make dinosaur bones and skeletons on YouTube, and I would like to try to do that, but I honestly have no idea how to make that. So, I was thinking, maybe into the rock here, if I just dig my way through, sort of dig a home out into this mountain, or maybe I should do it, yeah, maybe if I did it in here, this would be a good place. I'll have to move you, Charlotte, but yeah, I think here would be a good place for the entrance to our home if we were to make some sort of dinosaur skeleton entrance. But I have absolutely no idea how to do that, so I'm probably not going to make the entrance on camera, and probably, I don't know, digging is generally not something that I enjoy doing on camera anyway, because it's boring and I want to do something slightly more interesting for you guys. So, I don't know, maybe I'll just... I don't feel like making a shovel out of iron, since I just end up using all of it anyway. Maybe I'll just dig a little bit out while I talk about bones and fossils and stuff. Alright, so this story starts with the story of Australopithecus. If you guys don't know what Australopithecus is, Australopithecus was our very, very ancient ancestor. More or less, when people talk about Australopithecus, it's understood that Australopithecus was not a human in terms of how you and I think of the word human. Australopithecus was a primate, but a primate that was very special in that it was the first species of primate that was closer related to us. Oh no, cultivator failure. Hello, you disgusting little creature. Alright, we're good, no problems. So clearly we need to use another... where's my dirt? I need my dirt, and I don't need this. There we go. Alright, let's get those back. And, chicken. Chicken, I've chosen... I don't need this either. I've chosen your cultivator. Da-da-da. Please don't break this time, Velociraptor. I would very much appreciate that. Yeah, so Australopithecus was the first species of primate that was closer to us than it was to chimpanzees. And the only reason that we make that distinction is because of the species that... Maybe make this a little higher. It's making me a little bit claustrophobic. Of the species that existed throughout time, it just so happens that of the species that by coincidence happen to still be alive today, we just happen to be closest to chimpanzees, so it's a nice little way of categorizing how we think about us related to other species of primates. There's nothing particularly special about us and chimpanzees, it's just that by a twist of fate, they happen to be the closest. If, for example, there were another species like Neanderthals, which were still, you know, kicking until about 40,000 years ago, if they were still alive, then if they hadn't gone extinct, then we would be wondering, hey, where was the part where we first split off from Neanderthals? Because we focus on things that make us different, which is sometimes okay and sometimes not so okay, I guess. I did not mean to do that, but it does not matter because we're going to replace that floor eventually anyway. But yeah, so we tend to focus on things that make us different, so we focus on things that make us different from chimpanzees, rather than other species of primates like, oh, I don't know, gorillas, or... bonobos are technically a species of chimp, I guess, so that's not a very good example. Orangutans, for example, we don't often get people comparing us to orangutans. Chimps, on the other hand, what, about 6 or 7 million years ago, started breaking off, making our own species, although there is genetic evidence to suggest that there was quite a bit of inbreeding after that first split took place. So, whatever Australopithecus was doing, Australopithecus was getting freaky with another related species of animal, which happens quite often in nature, by the way, hybridization. People think that that means they're, different species are incapable of producing children. Lots of people think this because middle school doesn't teach biology very well, honestly. But that's not exactly how biology works, and there's quite a lot of hybridization. Ah, darn it! Velociraptor, what are you doing? Oh, and we got a pig zombie this time. Alright. Ugh, disgusting. Oh, and we got some gold, I guess? Thanks. Where did our stuff go? Alright, so I guess we're gonna have to do something with this mosasaur, eh? I don't need any more relic scraps. It's making me sad. Making me sad, Velociraptor. We had such a good streak of luck, and then you just had to destroy everything, didn't you? So, please don't break this one. Thanks. Okay, and so a lot of research goes on trying to determine what makes humans special in anthropology. Like, things like standing upright, which is what we're going to be talking about today, or bipedalism. Things like, when did we stop losing our really sharp, crazy teeth and start having pretty normal teeth? When did humans start to lose the differences between males and females, anatomically speaking? These things are pretty important to anthropologists. And this is no... Ooh, that's a lot darker than I thought it would be. This is no exception. So, this research was published in the Journal of Human Evolution, and it's coming out of University of Texas, so thank you, University of Texas, you guys are awesome for doing your research. And basically this research looked at 71 species of mammals, including marsupials, rodents, and primates, and examined the differences in how the neck bones connected to the skull bones. Basically, the spinal column usually has like a hole in the skull that it goes into, and the position of this hole and the various bones surrounding it can mean a lot. Alright, so let's... Gonna go ahead and leave this here for now, because there's more I could do. I'm not really sure what to do. Also, I may have to fill in the back a lot. Alright, so we're gonna leave that there. We're gonna fight this skeleton. And we're gonna try to go to sleep so we don't have to deal with these guys. Come on, die, no! Alright. So they looked at 71 species of mammals, inspected the bones around the neck and skull, and if you think about this for just a moment, you can probably guess what they're looking for. Think about it for a moment. You're looking at humans. Humans, our heads are on top of our spines because we stand upright. Dogs, bears, various other animals, their spines are not going up in relation to the ground. Their spines are going sideways. And as a result, when they hold their head up, it's sort of the equivalent of humans constantly looking up in terms of how their skulls are shaped. So the hypothesis was with Australopithecus... Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this here. I don't want to work on that on camera. It's gonna be ridiculous. Alright, so let's run over here and try to almost finish up this project over here. Oh, Alright. We can make it. No problems. Okay, we're good. What was I saying? So yes, one of the primary things about Australopithecus when it came to deciding if it was a human ancestor or not was looking at the way its skull worked with its spine, and then trying to extrapolate that and say, Oh no. Okay, so apparently I'm terrible at balancing, but this is nothing new. Okay, we're good. Try to stay on the iron bars this time, Megneous. But extrapolating that and saying, see, Australopithecus had its skull in this particular kind of way, and this is indicative of upright walking, of bipedalism. And it was always sort of controversial. I mean, it's obvious that at this point Australopithecus is believed to have been an ancestor of humans, or if not that, at least more closely related to humans than chimpanzees. We don't know if, say, humans are direct descendants of the particular species of Australopithecus that we found, because there are quite a few species. Maybe there are other subspecies that we're not aware of that are actually our ancestors, but who knows? That's basically how fossils work. But, so that was sort of controversial, but based on this new evidence from University of Texas, we're pretty sure at this point that indeed those bones and the way they're shaped have a lot to do with whether something is bipedal or not. For example, I think we made it flat. Alright. For example, some of the species they looked at in the mammals were kangaroos, which are bipedal. You don't think they're bipedal because you don't really think of them as walking upright like humans do. We generally think of just humanoid things. But indeed, kangaroos are bipedal most of the time. Kangaroo rats are also bipedal, as are jerboas. Strange little creatures that they are. Jerboas are basically, if you don't know what they are, they're sort of like mice. They're sort of like kangaroo mice. They look pretty similar to kangaroo rats. And they're really adorable. They're like some of the cutest things I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, so they're those creatures. And all of these species that have bipedalism do indeed have the same sort of movement of the spine and the skull to better allow the head to sit on top of the spine rather than sit on the edge. So that basically provides incredibly strong evidence that I would say is essentially, you know, case closed. Where's that lava? There was totally lava over here somewhere. I don't need this, and I don't need bones. Do I really need this gold either? I don't think so. And screw this stick. But yeah, I think that essentially shows that, yeah, you know, if things are bipedal, if things walk upright at all, then the skulls and bones of their neck are going to probably evolve to make that easier to do. And this goes to show that in evolution, everything really does come as like a single package. You can't really ever... You can't ever really separate one part of an organism from another, because when you get down to evolution, basically everything needs to work well together. If a single thing causes some issues, then it's probably going to be either evolved out, or if it doesn't cause that many issues, if it doesn't kill you outright. Like, for example, why do we still get arthritis? Why do we get Alzheimer's? And that's generally because it's something that affects older people who have already had children, so how could it possibly evolve out when... If you push me off of this, cow, be careful. Cow, you need to watch yourself. Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway, but yeah, so arthritis and things like that can't really be evolved out because generally they occur after we've already had children and passed on our genes. It's not so much what is optimized. Evolution doesn't work that way. It's more along the lines of what doesn't directly kill you outright, or what gives you an advantage in making more babies than Jim over there. So, oh, we've been talking for a while actually now. I feel like there's still so many things that we need to talk about. Well, I guess we can keep going for just a little bit longer. How in the world am I going to do this? I have no idea. This... How am I going to put obsidian up there? I guess maybe I could follow what one of my subscribers told me and just make a diamond pickaxe and then just mine obsidian and then place it up there. I think that may actually end up being a lot easier than anything else. let's just try it. Let's try it once. I don't know how this is gonna work out. I don't need these seeds either. This is probably gonna get me killed. But hey, what is Minecraft Dinosaurs without a little bit of excitement? So other things that are happening in my life, there of course was Terraria. Some of you talked to me on Steam actually, that was pretty cool. You contacted me on Steam. Some of you I hadn't talked to in quite a while. You were like, oh no. Hey Megneous, you're playing Terraria, how is it? Is it awesome? Is it so cool? And I was like, yes, it is absolutely amazing, and it makes me very happy, and I played it a lot, which is why I didn't make a video yesterday. I feel sort of bad about that, but not too much. Let's move this here. 3, 2, 1. Well, that wasn't that bad at all, alright then. That's sort of weird, but apparently as long as I just cover this with dirt going this way, this shouldn't be too difficult, right? Yeah, alright then. No problem. Don't fall. Okay. That was sort of weird, but eh. Alright, so yeah, this is okay, I guess, but rather time-consuming. I'm probably just gonna end up making a diamond pickaxe. So let's go make a diamond pickaxe now, actually. Since we're already here. But yeah, Terraria 1.2 is absolutely amazing. I love the update. I love what they've done. It's added so much extra stuff. And in general, I'm really happy about it. It's a good thing. I'm probably going to be playing a lot more Terraria. Maybe record something, I don't really know. Terraria is one of those games where you have to play with other people, and I don't know if Lewis is up for playing Terraria or not. He said it's been a long time since he's played Terraria, so maybe he's not up for it. I don't know. You guys can always ask him. I know that Lewis isn't very active on his channel these days, which makes me sad, but meh. Alright, so this should be able to mine obsidian. I'm gonna go underground and mine some pieces and try to fix this, and hopefully we can get our Spinosaurus back. And I don't know exactly where we should put our Mosasaur. I don't want to put our Mosasaur in with our Plesiosaur over there. What did we end up naming our Plesiosaur? Nessie. Yes, Nessie. I don't want to place the Mosasaur with Nessie because I'm worried for Nessie's life, more or less. But the Mosasaur has to be somewhat nearby. Maybe we should put the Mosasaur... No, we can't put the Mosasaur in our house. Mosasaurs are really freaking violent. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about the Mosasaur, where you think we should place it. And I will try to think about the Velociraptor, since clearly... Oh, it worked, right? Yeah, alright, very good. Velociraptor, nice. And I will think of where to place the Velociraptor. Maybe we should place the Velociraptor in sort of a cage like this guy here, like our Microraptor, Compy, whatever it is. Yeah, maybe like right here. Maybe we should do that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Alright, so we're basically out of time for today. My name is Megneous. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.